everybody, this is Nicole with Helpmamaremote.com, and today I'll be sharing with you a DIY project. I'll be sharing with you a DIY framed chalkboard. So if you want to see how I create this project, stay tuned. So what you're going to need for this project is a frame. I suggest you pick up a frame from the thrift store, garage sales, because you can find some really nice quality frames. This is the frame that I will be using. So look around for a frame that's going to go with your decor, with the room that you'll be using framed chalkboard in. Now another thing you're going to need is some chalkboard. MDF, you could paint the chalkboard, or I picked mine up from Home Depot and it was larger than this. And I had them cut it down to the size of the frame that I was using it in. So it's much larger. I still have another piece right here that I could use in the future, and then I have this piece. Now let me tell you why I like this. I went looking for some MDF board and I was going to paint it with chalkboard paint. You could do that. However, my experience with doing chalk art on chalkboard paint, if you're using the markers, now we have the markers. If you're using the markers, they're really hard to come off. But this has some kind of shiny coating on it. So when I use my markers, it wipes clean right off. So I really like this. And this whole sheet before cutting was $9.99. And it wasn't a cost to cut. You know, you go get it from Home Depot or somebody and they'll cut it for you. The first few cuts are free. It fits perfectly. So measure your frame. I have my measurements with me so I know exactly what size I want. So another thing you're going to need are some hooks to hang your frame if it doesn't have hooks already on it. If you so happen to have one that already has hooks on it because it was previously used to hang on a wall, you won't have to worry about that unless you want to hang it in a different way. And you could get some kits, and they have a lot of different hanging pieces in it. I already had these on hand. So I had this. You have the wire. If you want to hang it with the wire, you can. So you can find these at Home Depot, Walmart, and places like that as well. And there are small nails in here as well because that's what I'm going to be using to hold my chalkboard in place. You can always also use a staple gun. Just make sure your staples are long enough that they can go inside the frame as well as be able to bend to hold your chalkboard in place. Now I'm using bulldog hooks. I know the command hooks are very popular. However, I just haven't had much success with the command hooks. I've always had something to fall off the wall, and thankfully I had a picture fall off the wall, but we were not around when it fell because it was a big picture and glass was in it. So I'm using bulldog hooks. I know it's knocking holes in my wall, but whatever, I'll just putty it up and paint it when I need to. So I'm going to show you how I put this together. So if you're going to have to put a hanger, a picture hanger on your picture frame, first you're going to have to measure your frame. And this one here is 26 inches, so I'm going to go midway, which is 13 inches, and make a marking. And then my hanger, this is what it looks like. And then I make sure that this is right middle piece. It's right there. And I put this in there. And these things are so little. I always drop them. Once that's in place, now I'm going to put my chalkboard in here. Now this is a step I did already. What you're going to do is take these little nails. Now you don't want the nails extremely little because you want to be able to bend them. But I just placed them on each side of the frame. Hammer it in at an angle. The wider it is, I'll add, like an extra nail. Okay, so once I have those all in place, I just put my chalkboard in. And then I hammer the nails down so that they like. Now I wrote on my chalkboard just freehand. You can do freehand projects as well as you can use a projector. Now if you have a larger chalkboard, projectors come in really handy. And you can also use a projector on a small chalkboard as well. Now here's a projector I use at home. It's up from Hobby Lobby years ago, maybe over 10 years. Yeah, it has to have been over 10 years ago. And what you do is you put your artwork at the bottom that you want to project onto the wall. And I just use this as a template, so when I print out any artwork that I want to place in here, this is my template. So this is how small it has to be in order for it to go in here. You put your artwork at the bottom of it and you project it, plug it in, and you project it to that space that you want to, you know, project the artwork that you want to trace. So that is one option. Of course, they have also expensive ones. Thank you guys for watching how I created my DIY framed chalkboard. I hope you get a chance to create one as well. And remember, you can use them in any room, kitchen, kids room, at your command centers, anywhere you would like to share a sign. So thanks again for watching. Bye bye.